So we're standing on the new road that I installed here on the property over the fall, and it's number 4 asphalt chunks and screenings, and it's frozen solid, so that's a good sign. Parking lot's holding up all right. Really haven't had to plow, so that's kind of why everything's holding up okay. Today is, I think the real temperature is 5 or 4 degrees with the wind chill -10 to -15 degrees Fahrenheit. I wanted to walk around the property and capture some moments here. I'm sold out of firewood to sell, so I'm feeling kind of bad about that. People rely on firewood. You know, I try to keep the roadside stand full and try to sell 1/3 of a cord at a time as well, and I just can't keep up. I just can't keep up. One-man show. I upgraded the log splitter, so here's what I'm thinking, and I might lose some money this way up front, I believe, but next season I think I'm just gonna keep the firewood stand stocked, and that's it, and do away with deliveries. Here's my old splitter here out in the weather. My hands are freezing. I gotta set you guys down and put my gloves on. See the type of tracks we got here. It's like a cat. I saw that the cat was underneath the excavator there to get out of the weather. The tracks must block the wind enough, and he's got overhead cover under there, so pretty smart. Here's some logs that we have laying here that need to get processed. That stuff's dry. Ryan and I did some more clearing of the forest floor here. I want to do some more in here. As you can see, it's pretty thick. There's some dead wood there, but this time of year you can really see kind of what you're working with your property, because all the leaves are gone. Now as we go for a walk around the property, you're going to see some trees probably with some spray paint on them, and those are the trees that I have targeted that I want to remove for firewood this year. I think there's probably 8 or 9, and I have a lot of blowdown in that area. Those logs you saw that were stacked by the wood yard, those were from cleaning up this area of the forest floor. I sorted out what I wanted to keep for firewood and burnt the punky stuff that I would have a hard time selling. So this area here used to look like that area. Blowdowns, ash trees, new growth shrubs. So I wanted to mow this all down and really promote new growth this spring. With the sunlight getting in here, that should do that. And I would like to try to make and maintain an edge and keep this kind of open so the deer feel more comfortable using that edge down there, and this would be a natural sunny spot for them to feed. That's the idea. So here's the deer blind mini cabin that I built this year. It was a fun project, I'll say that. It was a fun project. I learned a lot. I actually caught the thing on fire. It's a long story. If you'd like to hear that some other time, leave me a comment. I can tell you what not to do when building a structure like this. How about that? I've got my experience working with metal more than wood, so I kind of did it backwards. Most people go woodworking into metalworking. I decided to choose the harder way, I guess. I guess it's how you look at it. But the windows slide, the side windows slide in and out, and then the main window opens with a chain, and then you can just prop open the window. Here's a different perspective. There's the mini cabin, hunting blind house, and then this is my deer feeder here. And then we slowly go down grade as we continue down this hill. I have some wicked looking cherry trees in here, and that's pretty cool to me. It's a lot of wood, a lot of firewood, and it seems like they're all dying at the roots. You get poison ivy on them, at least here anyways. I have a few marked here. Like this group I can probably thin out a little bit. Maybe take that one and that one. That top one looks dead too, some dead wood on it. This area here got a, oh man. Took out my oak tree I had over there. This whole forest is falling down. Ash trees, man, they opened up these windows and now the wind can whip in here. I know I don't really interact with my viewers, and I still get pretty shy on camera, I'll just be honest with you. I like to be behind the camera. So lately I've been having a lot of anxiety about what's going on in the world. Those of you that have followed enough know that I did serve in the Army for almost 8 years total, with active and reserve time. And watching the world go through so much war and conflict, it's really got me nervous. It's just makes me want to, I don't know, it's because I'm not part of the military anymore, so you know, I feel like I'm vulnerable, if that makes sense. Like, for the first time in a while, I feel pretty vulnerable as a citizen, and it's making me want to kind of prepare, you know, with not for a war or just prepare for life, living on our own, being self-sufficient here. So, you know, sometimes don't really realize what's bothering me until I can go for a walk out here and really ease the clutter in the brain. So this whole area is ash trees that are dead. Every time we have a windstorm, it comes right across this ridge, blows these trees down. Blew down an oak I've been trying to keep alive for a while and cleaning up around it. It's down. That's frustrating. I can't do anything about these trees. You might ask why. There's a power line up here that runs back to a park that skirts my property. So anything on this tree line I don't mess with. So this is one area that we'll be concentrating on this week. Nah, we won't even get to this week, be honest with you. We're going to be still working over there, cleaning up the last storm damage. Let's take a walk over there and I'll show you. There's a tree snapped off. There's one up there. This guy's standing. So I maintain this trail. I mowed this stuff down last year with the brush cutter. This is from last year, last winter storm. I'll tell you what, the weather definitely is changing. I mean, we're getting these winter storms. We're not getting cold temps all the time like this, but we're getting these wind storms. I mean, the wind is just crazy lately. This is all blow down. Yeah, check it out. I'm pretty sure this is holly. If you know if this is holly, leave me a comment down below. I found this last year, and I'm pretty sure it's holly. Now we're into yard trees. This is the biggest ash tree I have on the property, and it was like one of the last ones alive, but it's going as well. Starting to break off branches. And that maple next to it, the top blew off and broke off. My apple tree. There's a pine that blew down up here as well. Stevie tracks. So here's an uprooted pine tree. It'll get hung up in the other one there, but so that's something I got to take care of. This one's dead. That one's dead. That one's dead. That one in there is dead. Probably take this one. That small one's still standing. That one right there. I mean, just trees are going like crazy. I'm so glad I spent the money and put this thing in this year. Oh, it's so nice to come in from the cold and have that wood stove right there. I had a propane stove set up over here and it just, I don't know, it was like a moist heat. I don't know. You can never get this place warm. Alright, appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to get warm here, get my hands warm and go in and have some lunch. Tuna sandwiches, I think, and some chips. That sounds good, and maybe a glass of milk. But yeah, not much going on this time of year, just kind of prepping firewood stuff and taxes and trying to get out and maintain a normal routine, get some exercise, try not to pay attention to the news. You know, being a veteran, sometimes when the world is at war, you feel pretty vulnerable because you're not part of that anymore. You know, in a sense, you're protected when you're serving because you kind of know what's going on. You know, I feel like we're informed but misinformed. That's probably a conversation for another video, but thanks for watching. If you aren't, please subscribe, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you on the next video.